Hello and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
And welcome.
Hi.
Hi. So this week we've got so many things to talk about. So let's just
So
jump
many
right into it.
things.
Sorry.
Yes. Do you want to start with the So Fired moment?
I sure do.
Okay.
What
go
was
ahead.
it again?
Well, do we have the same one?
No, I have a different one.
Okay.
You go first though.
No, you go first.
Well, mine kind of ties into where we're headed. Okay, all right. So as everybody knows, if you're a longtime listener, you know that I'm hanging on by a thread. And I'm a little in the dumps. It's more situational, I think. I think life is just boring. I'm kind of just drifting like a little feather. However, I've been a little more articulate. Like I'm telling people about it. I'm a little more verbal about it. And turns out everybody feels that way. So I'm not alone.
Yay.
Normally I would like hide it or just kind of be ashamed and am casually talking about it and mentioning it. It turns out everybody's feeling this way. So that's kind of my So Fired. Like, you're not alone.
You're not alone.
Okay.
So my So Fired is that we both signed up to go to this workshop and gala this past weekend. And we both ended up missing the workshop day.
I was sick.
Chelsea was sick. I ended up working because girls got to work, got to make some money. And then we go to the gala on Friday night and we're like, okay, we're going. Let's do it.
No, come on. Say it right. Come closer to me.
Okay.
Come over
And we
here.
get to the gala.
No, but the whole thing was so cute because you're like, I kind of don't want to go.
Oh yeah. I was like, I don't know. I'm not like really feeling it. I don't really have FOMO. I'm like, do we really have to go? I'm
No,
like,
but what
"Eh."
you said was the sweetest thing ever. You're like, well, I don't know. I'm excited to hang out with you.
Oh yeah.
You say the cutest things sometimes. It's so sweet. Okay.
Okay. So
I'd like to back up.
Yeah.
I'd like to jump on into your So Fired
my
moment.
So Fired.
Yeah, I'd like to participate in this.
Oh.
Because it was so cute. Because like for us, you're excited about the event. But for me, when you're like, let's pay this money to go to this gala, and I was like, oh, it's like us going to prom,
Yeah.
which was so cute. And we got dressed together and like, it was so fun.
Yep. And I was like, I'm just excited to hang out with you.
I know.
More than the actual event.
Turns out that event
Was So
it
Fired.
was so fun.
So we got there and there was assigned seating at the tables and we're like, are we sitting together? They're like, no. I'm like, can we sit together? No. And I death stared this girl down. I was like,
So there were two other people that greeted us, and they're like, yes, you're here. Look for your names. And you're like, you're table 2, you're table 3. And we're like, what? We're not seated together? I'm like, no, you're not. And it was like the whole
Like,
event
the
was
whole thing.
conspiring not to have us
Mhm.
sit together. And I was like, what's that all about?
I know. So like, that was like a real bummer. So I was like, ugh, whatever. This is going to blow. But you know what?
What?
We had the best
We had the
freaking
best
time.
Oh my God.
And
we looked really good too.
We looked really good. Even though we didn't end up sitting together, we
Oh my gosh, that was
reconvened
so,
later.
that was so fun though. I was messing with you the whole
I know.
time.
We're like looking at each other or like giving her this look. I had a lot of facial expressions
Oh
to
gosh.
express.
And
And this is really the So Fire moment.
yeah, it was.
We're not best friends.
With,
Lindsay Schwartz. Like, she invited us to her house.
yeah, she wants us to visit.
Yeah, she wants us to visit. So from not wanting to go to being invited to
I
her
even
house-
talked. There was an opportunity for
wow.
people to like, hey,
Oh, yeah. She even talked. And I'm like, what?
No,
is she
I
doing?
talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So they were like, hey, after this retreat weekend, we'd like y'all to share the word that you're going to carry with you for the next 365 days. And what's going to keep you? And everyone's like, what are the words again?
I don't know. That one girl kept talking and I had no clue what her word
I
was
was-
because she said 1,000 words.
She said too many words.
Yeah.
For the assignment. And people like empowerment and grace and strength and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fear. Actually, the point was we were seated apart and I really wanted to joke with you. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't messing with you and I know you weren't expecting me to talk. So
Mhm.
I was like, oh, I want it. And just to make you laugh on the other side of the room. And they're like,
I apologize to my table mates that I didn't talk to you at all.
we didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't
We
care.
really wanted to talk to each other. All right. So
Okay.
that was your fired.
Yep, that was
and
my
we did
fired.
my fired. Okay. So you were telling me before when you first got here, you might be over what?
I might be over skinny jeans.
Come again?
I know.
What and why?
I know. Because this is what's happening. I'm wearing white skinny jeans today and some Ugg boots. And it's fine, but I'm seeing that the proportions of the Ugg boots to the
Oh.
jeans, it's just too much of a thickness on the bottom compared to the skinny leg
Well,
on
it's
top.
because of which Ugg boot
Well, the UGG
has
Ultra Minis.
has been selected.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And I almost just feel like it's a little bit more flattering to have a straight leg
Yes,
versus a skinny.
when wearing those shoes.
Yes, when
Now, are
wearing
you
those
over
shoes.
wearing skinny jeans, or are you over wearing skinny jeans with those shoes?
I think I'm kind of over it in general because even like the rest of my shoes and my boots, they're kind of all meant for straight jeans.
You know, I was thinking about, you know how you're not probably getting enough bang for your buck out in your new jeans?
Yeah.
You could have them hemmed, shortened.
No, because I will never wear them with the flats.
You won't.
No.
Or with those? You wouldn't
No.
wear them just regular walk around day?
Oh, no.
Okay. So you will wear what with your new Ugg boots? I feel like those Ugg boots are dictating a whole new aesthetic.
They totally are.
Yeah.
Well, I had on those straight-legged, like, A Goldie jeans, and those were cute. Those work. So, wow, dropping stuff. So I'm going to get some new, like, A Goldie jeans in, like, white, another jean color. And then I also found these leather pants because everyone needs some straight-legged leather pants. I mean,
like the brown ones I have?
I might try to Abercrombie first, but their jeans don't seem to fit me.
Oh. Interesting.
So, yeah, I can't believe it. And I don't know, maybe I like the little breeze on my calves. The legs got to breathe a little bit. I wear enough leggings, I think.
Do you
all
think
the
you'll wear
time.
them back in the summer?
I might wear them back in the summer.
I think
Yeah.
they're appropriate for a summer look.
Yeah. And I think I just wear leggings all the time anyways, that maybe when I have jeans on, I could look a little bit more stylish and have a straight leg.
Okay.
Be on trend.
Well,
So you know what, you guys? If there's a chance for me to change my skinny jean obsession,
wow.
there's hope for you to change anything.
Anything's possible.
Mhm,
Because I
anything.
remember when it first came out, you're like, no, I'm going to the grave in skinnies. Okay, Christmas question.
Yep.
If there was a Hallmark movie and it was set somewhere, what would be the best location?
Oh. Well,
I guess I just want to say my answer, but you know what I'm saying.
okay. This is just a made up location because I think the name is so cute. It's like Mistletoe Town. I want to be a mistletoe town, and I want to save the cinema that they're trying to tear down from the developers and play the cute mistletoe game. And then at the end, like, oh my God, there's mistletoe above us. Gotta make out now. So yeah, mistletoe town.
Okay. I asked, you answered. I'm always just a big New York City.
Obvious.
I know. It was, but I'm reading yet another book and they're in New York City and I'm like, gosh, I kind of hate Christmas.
Yeah.
Like I would like Christmas if I was on a sleigh in Vermont. I would like Christmas if I was in a beach and there just one palm tree was lit up. And I would like Christmas if I was in New York City.
Oh, I've never been to New York actually.
Okay. Well, we
So,
will go there.
maybe we should go next December before Christmas.
Oh my God, I would love that. It could be like Home Alone 2, which I never saw, but
What?
I know, but I think I lived it. So I think we should do that. I'm putting this on the
Put
board.
that on the board.
Okay.
Put that on the board. New York 2020, December 2023.
I dropped a pen too.
We will make it
Okay,
happen.
great. So there's that.
Mhm.
So now, okay, let's get back on track because we've got so much to
We
talk
have so
about
much
today.
to talk about.
But
Weren't you telling me about Goblin Mode?
no, I was going to tell you about this terrible dog video I
Oh.
saw, and then we're going to go into the phrase of the year.
Okay.
So I saw this meme. I kind of blacked out on Instagram Reels last night.
I noticed because I
know.
had about 10 messages and reels from you.
I know. I was like, I'm sorry. I don't know what happens. Like my brain clicks into one thing and I can't get it. Okay, so there was a meme about this dog, and it was like one of those bridges where it's a plexiglass, like that you can see through to the ground.
Okay.
And there's this owner. It's got a golden retriever, and the golden retriever's in like a collar, like a leash
Yeah.
collar. And dog doesn't realize that it's a plexiglass see-through bridge.
Oh. So the dog's terrified?
Dog's fucking terrified. And the owner's like, come on, thinking like, ha ha ha. And this dog is like trying to shake its way out. And he's terrified, like desperate, because he doesn't know it's not real.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
poor
know.
pup.
And then he eventually kind of like side, because he's trying to get to him.
Yeah.
And well, I don't know, 200,000 people either liked it, saw it, or made a mention. And I wanted, occasionally I troll.
Ooh.
Occasionally I
She's
troll.
a troll.
Occasionally. The last time I did, I
Wow.
left a troll comment about Jennifer Lopez, about her getting married. again.
Oh, wow.
But that was a while ago.
Okay.
You know, I am a big J-Lo fan. I know, real
Yeah.
quick detour, but I was like, let's stop normalizing getting married 16 times and like, oh, it's so romantic. Bish, you just got a lot of people who like you as a bride. Let's just
You know what she has engraved on her wedding ring?
what?
Not going anywhere.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I keep seeing that.
Mhm.
What does that mean? That means nothing. Not going anywhere till the next time. But whatever. So I was, and this was this morning, actually, just as recent as this morning. I was
Uh-huh.
thinking about trolling on the dog, thinking like that seemed kind of cruel.
Yeah.
That's not even trolling. That's just like, hey, what the fuck? And so I looked in the comments. Turns out everyone else did it for me.
Oh, okay.
So solidarity, Instagram. Fuck that person who thought it was funny to like make their dog like
No, that
so
person sucks.
cruel. And I didn't even send it to you because I didn't want to like continue to perpetuate that cruel.
Oh.
So that's the end of that. Anyway,
Anyway,
I had to get that off my chest. It really made me mad. It hurt.
Yeah.
It like hurts thinking
I
about
don't
it.
like that.
But everything's okay.
Thank God.
So as the year comes to an end, we get to hear all the fun things. For example, one of which is Oxford's definition of 2022, not just a word, but a phrase.
Yeah, and actually, I didn't know that this was Oxford's definition of the year because Merriam-Webster comes up with her own.
Her. She?
She? I feel like it's a she.
Aunt Miriam.
Miriam. Yeah, Miriam came
So-
up with this. And I like Oxford's word better.
What is the word?
For Miriam?
No, what is
Oh,
the word? We
For
haven't said
Oxford?
it.
Oh, goblin mode.
What? No, can you tell me what that is?
I can tell you what goblin mode is. It is a type of behavior which is unapologetically self-indulgent, lazy, slovenly, or greedy, typically in a way that rejects social norms or expectations.
I don't really
Boom.
love that.
Why don't you love that? Do you not love that's called goblin mode? Or
No,
do
I
you
don't
not
mind that.
love-
It just sounds so self-indulgent and like.
That's why it's unapologetically self-indulgent, right?
Am I a goblin?
Well, we've kind of been talking about the holiday season and how we feel like we should be doing all these things.
Yes.
And I'm saying, like, no, I don't want to be doing those things anymore. So that's kind of goblin mode-ish, being a little self-indulgent and not succumbing to peer pressure of having to do family things I don't want to do, having to do other things I don't want to do. But I don't know. Goblin mode kind of sounds like a cute way of just hanging out inside, eating cookies
In bed.
in bed.
At least in my bed. It does sound like it. For me, I don't think that this is exactly right, but for me, it sounds like when I retreat at home under the bridge in some dirty clothes eating because I am directionless and feeling a little lost in life.
Yeah, I think that can go along with rejecting social norms
Mhm.
because there's always an expectation of like, you better know where you're going. You better know what you're doing. What is your 1-year plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan? What are you doing tomorrow? I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing after this. Well,
Yeah.
I'm recording another segment, but after
Yeah.
after this, then
After this? Okay, after that, then we're gonna get smoothies. But then after
at
that,
4 o'clock I have to go to work. Okay, but
Okay.
you get the point. But
Yeah.
tomorrow, I don't know. So that begs a bigger question. We were talking about this off air, where it's like, and I do think a lot of people can identify with this, or let us know if you can. But I just got a funny text real quick. Somebody just text me, "Show me your pants." Okay, it's not what you think.
that's not even a sexual text.
That is a, hey, I'm going to a holiday party. What holiday pants are you wearing? So I will send you that picture here shortly. So what I think other people, maybe, and again, maybe it's just me, but I feel like a lot of people are feeling like a little directionless. Like, what does it matter? Here's a funny story. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling great, and I texted my roommate, and I was like, I'm feeling very depressed. My roommate said, understood. How can I help? I'm like, that's right. Can you give me a reason to get out of bed?
Oh. Did he give you a reason?
He's like, waft the dogs, water the plants. I was like, I didn't ask for chores.
No, I don't want chores. Give me a reason to get out of bed. Chores are a reason to stay in bed. Like,
No, that's what
Yeah.
I said. I was like,
why did he say go hang out with Lindsay?
Well, he didn't know I had already had.
Oh.
But I don't know why. He should have been like, call Lindsay, or do you want to go shopping?
Yeah,
I don't know, something.
I know, like,
Oh,
yeah,
he
do you want to
did.
buy?
He did say,
wanna
do you
buy
want to go to
something?"
dinner with me? And I was
Oh.
like,
No.
no. I didn't say no.
Do you want some new shoes?
Kinda.
Kinda, yeah. That might get me out and about trying to
But
choose.
this is an example of a larger sentiment where I'm feeling lost and a little directionless, and I'm looking for help from all the people. And I talked to you about it, and you couldn't really necessarily I mean, you are always you're always the first person I go to when I need help, but you said this is also out of your pay grade, and you too, because as we mentioned
Mhm.
last week, you've got things on the horizon. So together we put our heads together and we said we need help. So that got us thinking that we would ask the smartest person that we know. So today we are so excited to welcome the smartest person we know to So Fired. So welcome.
Jessi.
Yay! Our producer Jessi is gonna fix all our life's problems.
Hi, the smartest person you know. That's like,
Yay.
She's here in the closet.
oh my God.
Yep.
And I know our friends listening also appreciate your insight. So
Yeah, because they were like,
Thanks.
more
more
Jessi.
Jessi. More Jessi.
And I'm like, all right, well then we'll just call it Jessi So Fired.
Yeah.
Usually people find me off-putting, so that's
Not
really
this
great.
crowd.
Not this crowd.
You have landed, and these are your people. I like your lipstick today.
Woohoo.
Sharp.
Thank you. I actually changed it while you were recording.
I actually had the thought of doing dark lipstick today, and then I went on this aesthetic of just light pink. So next time.
Same one as you.
Light pink is so good on you, though.
Yeah,
I
you
look.
are.
I always feel like I look weird if I wear like normal makeup. I'm like, no, who is that?
I'm gonna wear
know
black.
her.
I'm gonna wear, next week. I'm gonna come as Jessi.
Do it. I'm in.
I am
Yeah.
in too.
Yeah, you rock that color. Okay. Anyways, Jessi, can you fix all of our problems and
Yeah.
help give us a direction in life?
Well, I can't fix all of your problems, but I can do a little bit of astrology on what you should be doing with your life.
Yay.
Yeah, let's dive right in. So the little backside last week off air. It's like, Jessi, can you tell me what to do with the rest of my life because I lack purpose? And then Lindsay's like, yeah, me too. And then Jessi said, well, what city were you born in and what time? And that will help me come up with an answer. Because we have failed to mention up to this point that Jessi is a resident. You too are very skilled and talented at astrology. You tell me, like, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I do astrology, I do tarot, I do other kinds of divination that are a lot less mainstream than tarot,
What is
like
that word?
throwing the
Divination.
divination.
Oh,
I read runes, and sometimes I throw the bones, which is you have like actual little. I use sticks a lot because bones are hard to come by, but and you put them like you kind of throw them, and the way that they land is how you read.
Wow.
Yeah.
neat.
I love that.
So
Okay, so we have never had you officially on as a guest, but today we are excited to welcome you as our,
As our point person and telling us what to do with our lives.
if you will shepherd us into the.
it's very exciting.
It is,
Yes.
thank God.
Let's start with Chelsea.
And y'all have had a chart reading before, so I don't need to do all the ins and outs, but I do want to do a little bit of an overview on some things I noticed immediately as soon as I pulled your charts.
I should take
Whoa.
notes. Okay, let's
Yeah,
get down to
take
business.
notes.
We're the readers.
Chelsea, the first thing I noticed about you is that you have a big Capricorn stellium. And a stellium is when you have 3 or more planets, usually personal planets that are closer to Earth in the same sign. And that means that those traits are going to be super present in your chart. So you have a Capricorn stellium with your sun sign, your moon sign, your Mercury sign, and your Mars sign.
Wow.
A lot of the time, people view Capricorn as extremely pragmatic or very like business oriented. But something else about Capricorn that I think fits you really well is an appreciation for the finer things in life.
That is 100% true.
Okay.
Like, I remember the episode where you talked about you would rather buy one nice item of clothing than many cheap items of clothing. That's so Capricorn of you.
Thanks. I'm so
Something else I noticed in your chart is you have Venus and Pisces, which means you are likely to fall for delusions in your
Okay, very good.
What does that mean?
It's just that you see like the good version of everything, and like you get into the daydreams, and sometimes you might miss the negative things that are right there.
Mm-hmm.
Rose-colored glasses.
That's right. Let's see. My father, roommate, and mother are Pisces.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay.
you have in a composite chart, your Venus is in their suns. So things with your brother, mother, and roommate are always going to relate to your possessions, your love life, your money.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then I
Wow.
also want to talk
Okay.
about North Node because I feel like we don't talk about North Nodes enough. North Node is not a planet or anything in the sky. It is a point that astrologers calculated. And the North Node represents what you're supposed to be growing into in this lifetime.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
Your North Node is in Libra, so you're supposed to be growing into being more confident and flirty, more balanced, understanding both sides of situations. And I think I've seen a lot of that growth with you just like in the year that I've known you.
Oh, thanks. I do
I
feel
agree.
like I agree. Okay, so what should I do with the rest of my life?
Okay. We're going to pull up a specific reading that I did from a website called astro.com.
Oh, I
Shout
do
out
like them.
astro.com.
I do like astro.com.
Okay. Let me make sure.
Just confirming that you are in fact the smartest person that we know because you are 100% right. She looked
Thank you. So, according to astro.com, they say that whatever you do with your life, you have to see tangibly that you're making the world a better place. You want to see the things that you're doing like affect people in real time. And you're not going to have a lot of patience for people that like are pursuing some good in the world, but like trying to figure out what's practical. You don't really care. You're like, let's just do it and see the results.
Okay. I'm taking all this in.
Which I think that makes sense in terms of why you've liked serving is because you can see people's face light up when you bring like when you're nice to them or when you like seat them or whatever. You see your effect on people in real time.
For sure.
So
Great.
you're also gonna feel happiest in the workplace when you know that everyone around you that you're working with has your back. You want to work somewhere that like shares your ideals and shares your values and where you know your coworkers are on your side.
100%.
I would say also working alone might be difficult for you sometimes because I think you would rather have that social aspect to your work. As much drive as you may have had to work alone in the past, having a supportive group around you is better for you than being by yourself.
Agreed. 100%.
You're also very compassionate to other people's pain. It literally says here, early experiences in your life probably taught you that life can be very unfair.
Did I tell you guys the other day? We were at the restaurant, a bunch of us were standing around, we were just joking around. I said something casually, and my coworker turned to me, she's like, "Who hurt you?" I was like, oh, Julia. I was like,
Well, okay, that's a great jumping off point because I also was going to say that you can be pretty intense.
Yeah, I agree.
There's not a lot I can do about that. I don't even know when I'm being intense.
But that's not a bad thing though. You have to make sure that in your pursuit of like being a better person or being healthy that you don't deny yourself the everyday pleasures of life.
I think the intensity comes in with all or nothing. Like going all in on working out twice a day
To nothing.
to nothing at all.
In 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
It's
You
just
also
not.
might feel like you have to like almost buy your place in the world.
Yeah.
And the lesson there is that you have to value yourself more and stop feeling like you have to like complete empty labor because of other people just to have the right to exist.
Ooh.
You don't have to be productive all the time. This is a thing I've been on lately. Fuck productivity.
Thanks. It goes with goblins, right? I mean, like, it's a beautiful thing to just be okay, just hanging out, right?
Well, and I might get a little political, but the idea that you have to be productive every waking second of the day is like this crazy capitalist corporatist myth that is meant to make you want to labor happily under the elite
I could see that.
and feel good just because you did something productive,
It's not
even
that
though it
political.
didn't improve your life or improve anyone else's life, but you got it done.
Right.
I'd say that's just the hustle culture
Oh,
that
totally.
entrepreneurship and personal development has been pushing for the longest time. It's like you better be very regimented from the time you wake up until the time you are, I guess, going to bed.
Well, it's that toxic positivity too, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
cloaked in, oh, you're gonna. So if toxic positivity means being productive, then therefore it means like you're gonna suffer at the hands of like just kicking it and
Mhm.
eating a sleeve of Oreos.
But that's still important for you to do, like, in moderation, you know? Like, sometimes you need to just kick it and eat a bunch of Oreos.
I do. I'm very good.
Like-
at
I'm
it.
like, yeah.
I'm very good at it.
I hate hustle culture.
Good. Yeah, you and me both. So Jessi, I don't know if I'm interrupting you, but can you tell me exactly what I should be doing? Because I don't know what. Like I don't
And
have.
podcasting better be the answer.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I can't tell you exactly what you should be doing, but I can tell you that you have Jupiter in Taurus. Jupiter is often about your career. So that indicates that your career should be something that makes you comfortable. It should be a situation you're in where you feel comfortable being there.
Right.
Some people would rather be somewhere new and uncomfortable and have to adapt, but you are done adapting. You've adapted for other people enough.
Adapting is done.
I am done adapting. Like take it or leave it. If you want this, you do, or you don't, eat it. Or
Your Jupiter is also in the 6th house. And the
that's
6th house is the house of like health. So that indicates that your career could also have something to do with how you use your physical body. And I think podcasting could fall under that. You're using like your body to sit here and speak and your mind to think.
okay.
I like that. And there's also a lot of hand gestures that she uses while she's speaking. So it is a physical act.
I do feel like we are out. Well, it's not like I'm not like you trying to pursue like a fitness persona, but
Mhm.
rather I do feel like we are publicly out in our face and our bodies, and we are like I do feel exposed in that
Yes.
regard. Like our
Yeah.
health and wellness does need to be a priority as you
Mhm.
put yourself in the public eye or
Yeah.
the public ear. But you know what I mean? Like the whole thing, because
Yeah, it is public facing.
it is public
Mhm.
facing. That's the word.
We don't want those trolls to come on up and be like, look at her.
They're in my head.
Yeah.
They're in my head.
And one way that you excel is by making the ordinary feel important, even almost like religious. Like,
I didn't do that, don't I?
yeah.
I really like who I sound
I
like.
like that.
Yeah.
So spot on.
Yeah.
That is actually a very good superpower of hers because that's how she can really command a room and anyone because it's like, you just tied your shoe. That is the best shoe tie I've ever seen in my life. Like, where did you learn that? Who taught you that? What kind of laces are those? Where did you get your shoes? Oh my God. This is amazing. So yeah, spot on.
I think also your career could be related to your material life, not in just like working gives you money that lets you buy things, but your career, like your, I guess, your life purpose type career might be directly related to material things that you like or enjoy.
Okay. What does that mean to you?
That would mean like your outfits of the day and like your styling tips. You could be like an online stylist. You could be helping people kind of like revamp their wardrobe because that is material things. And like you have people like shopping in their own closets to help, elevate what they already have because that's such a part of you is like revamping what you have. You keep things for a long time, but you can also like restyle them so it looks like a whole brand new outfit.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to apologize to our listeners. This seems very like me-centric right now, and then that would make it hard for other people to identify. But I guess what I'm looking to is the two people I trust most in this world and going to them and saying, hey, I'm kind of lost. Can you paint a picture, and then I'll fill in the rest, right? And so I'm not trying to make this about me, but I really feel like I'm in a crossroads. I get into a vortex of it happens right after Thanksgiving, right into the Christmas season, up until my birthday. So for the next 6 weeks, I'm gonna kind of continue to be in a bit of a funk. It just happens, but I have accepted it, and I'm like, oh yay, it's funk season.
Cue the funky music.
So I'm okay with that.
Chelsea, that sounds like seasonal depression.
Again, just this morning before we know. So, if that's what they call it.
I'm gonna get you one of those like mask things where it's like vitamin D light.
I have a happy light. It's like a
Oh,
fake
my God.
sunlight, but you have to sit like this close to it.
Yeah, you have to like have it in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's gonna fix it? Maybe there's.
Whenever I try to use it, I just get annoyed at how bright it is, and then I'm in a different kind of bad mood.
Yeah, it's like I could. Yeah, it's like, am I depressed a little bit? But maybe I'm just. It's a situational. Like it's a situational depression, right?
Yeah.
I-
We also feel like it is the end of the year, and this is when there's the conversation about, well, what were your goals that you accomplished, and like, what are you going to do next year? So it's almost like an accumulation of all the conversations going on around you.
I had such a great year, you guys. This has
I
been
know.
the best year ever.
You rated it very highly.
I did.
Yeah.
And I'm close to 8.5 at this point out of 10. I think I'm getting so nervous. I mean, the conversation with my mom moving to Mexico for fear of like healthcare and expenses, and things are too expensive in this country. And so it gets me thinking about the last second half of the game of life. And I'm like, oh, and I'm too old to be a waitress. You know what I mean? Like in things like that, where you're starting to think about your mortality and what does like look like. And and I guess I'm feeling bad about being old.
Oh.
But I take a little more comfort in knowing that like the people that we look up to, they're all the same age as well. And so I'm like, okay, but they have their shit together and I don't. And I'm too old to not have my shit together.
But it's also taken them a very long time to get their shit together.
Well, I don't have a lot of time to get my shit
I
together.
know.
And like in dog years, I'm old.
No.
I'm the same age as my dogs.
But there's no such thing as running out of time. Fuck that.
Is there not?
No,
You can
there's
do
not.
anything that you still wanted. Like,
Yeah.
you consider yourself old, but you're not old enough that there's anything you can't do.
True that. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you really just shrink the time of when you want to accomplish something.
Right. I mean, like, I am a procrastinator, so maybe I have
So instead of giving yourself like, okay, this next year, like, how about this next 3 months?
Right.
The next 6 months. Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, let's move on to Lindsay.
Okay. So when I look at Lindsay's chart, there are a couple of things that I noticed. The first thing that jumps out to me is Lindsay's Leo moon, which I think is part of why I think Lindsay has a very magnetic quality, and I think that's part of why is that Leo moon.
Ooh. Right.
Because and you always say that people don't think you're a Virgo, which is so funny to me because you have a Virgo sun and a Virgo rising, so I don't understand.
I'm very
I've
Virgo.
always seen the Virgo in you. But that Leo moon might be part of why, because it just like shines through and is like, I'm fun and I'm cool and you want to be me.
That's it.
You said it.
That is literally everything. We're done. Don't drop your mic. But that's it.
Something else I noticed in your chart, Lindsay, and we didn't talk about this on Chelsea's chart, but there's a placement called Black Moon Lilith, which is an asteroid. Well, it's kind of a point. It depends on what you're doing, but it shows like your vices or like the dark side of you.
Ooh.
I do want to hear mine.
Yeah.
Go on.
Your Lilith is also in Virgo, which to me indicates that sometimes you might take your Virgo-ness too far. You might be too practical and too unemotional.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
We should have a Virgo party for you.
Yeah, we should.
Wait, what's my Lilith moon? What's my Lilith
Yeah, what's
fair? My Lilith
Yeah.
fair.
I will tell you just a second.
her?
Did you
Your
ever-
Lilith is in Taurus, which means that you might sometimes take indulgence too far,
Yeah. That's exactly right.
but that's kind of that all or nothing
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
sort of.
Moderation's not
Yeah.
my thing.
Nope.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, let's get back to Linz.
Yep.
I mean to jump in there.
All right, your Jupiter is in Gemini, and that indicates to me immediately that you have to be talking to people. You have to see
Yes.
people.
God, you're so good. God, you're the
So
smartest.
good.
You're so good at
Oh my
everything
gosh.
you do.
That's so true. Like, I cannot just stay home. I stay home for 1 day a week, maybe, and I'm like,
I know. That's why I'm squirrely on Wednesdays, because I
I'm
don't talk
so
to anyone
squirrely.
Monday, Tuesday, and when I see you, I'm like, I'm hanging. Okay, go on. No.
And then that's in the 10th house, which is a house that's already related to your career and like your vocation. So it's just that like you have a talent for working with the public.
Mm. Okay. Podcasting.
I think we should stick
Yeah.
together.
I think so.
You'd also be a good manager of people. I think you could manage people very well.
Okay. I think you do. You've
Yeah.
managed me very well.
I have managed you very well.
over the years. Still are. Okay.
I do like to manage, and I like to like help people like see their potential.
One of your other strengths is that you will keep going on a goal even if nobody else gives a shit about that goal.
Remember you're doing the goal. I'm not doing it anymore. You're still doing it. Wait, say it again. She'll be doing a goal even when what?
You'll keep going on a goal even if nobody else thinks it's a relevant goal or like gives a shit about it at all.
Jen and I were having a
so true.
Jen and I were having a huge laugh thinking about like I kind of gave up on the 52 books. I might still make it, but whatever. And then early on, like 36, you like sank your teeth into it. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna read 52 books this year too. Meanwhile, you're like still running. I'm doing it. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, I'm over that. And you're like, I did it. And there's no one behind you to celebrate your win at the finish line.
Oh my
You're
God.
so excited.
I know, like
But
I did it.
That's the other thing though, is that despite the fact that you have to see people and you want to work with people,
She doesn't need them.
you don't give a shit about their validation.
Nope.
If you
Nope.
completed the goal, then you're good.
Yeah, that's all she cares about.
Yep. I'm like, okay, hit that goal. Now what? Next one.
Fantastic.
I love to hit goals.
Oh, I should get you a planner. We should make a planner of nothing but like boxes to just check things off.
I guess I should use all of this towards the podcasting energy.
Uh-huh.
But it's hard to run multiple things at the same
Okay,
time.
but maybe in 23 we'll have energy.
Yeah,
to
I
do
think
that.
I'm better at delegating my energy.
Okay.
Mhm.
What else can you tell us, Jessi?
You can sense sort of the undercurrents of the collective and the world around you, whether that's trends or whether that's like everybody's in this mood lately.
Oh yeah,
She's like, I know.
I feel that.
I feel you. I feel y'all.
And honestly, one of your biggest strengths is that you really don't care what other people think.
We're back to that, are we?
But there's a little bit of a paradox there because you still want to appear successful. You don't care what other people think, except you do want them to think that, like, you don't care what other people think about your small goals, but you care what they think about, like, your overall persona.
Oh, that is so good. Because I'm like, who cares about the details? As long as like you think I'm like this and this is what's happening, we're good. That's why like when we're like grading my year, I'm like, well, if I wasn't successful in my business, then like life just sucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, and something that where you need to know your limits is that you need to know that, like, other people are not competing with you.
How do you know?
And they might even have input that could help you improve on your already existing like talents and abilities. But you also, because you're kind of a serious person, sometimes you need to spend a little more time having fun and being sloppy.
That's what I'm saying. Sloppy town. We should do a thing. We should make a mural of sloppy town.
And I'll be like fixing the lines. Like, this one isn't. Why is this guy purple? It's supposed to be blue.
We are fun.
For
Like-
you, I actually can pull something specific.
Oh, come on.
I know, I'm
believe it.
sorry.
Come on.
But it would be
What?
like journalism.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
Duh.
Duh.
Good one.
Like,
Come on, Jessi. Give me an
Like I
answer.
should be on TV being a journalist,
or
should
we
I
should
be
be a
writing?
podcaster.
Or I should be a podcaster.
Can you just
I
podcast
think it's
more?
just podcasting.
I think
Just
it's-
I think we
everybody
really got
podcasts.
something here. People really like what we do.
Yeah, I think we got it. And together we can just like fill in all the blanks.
We
For each other.
We are a complete
Because like
pair, the three of us.
you know what you like to say, I'm the starter and you're the finisher. So once you sink your teeth into it, we're off on a sprint.
I do like to eat.
So this is what all the astrology says. But
And-
now I'm going to tell you just what I think
Oh,
outside of
This
astrology.
is what
Ooh,
This
okay.
is what I really.
Yeah, now
okay.
tell us.
Lindsay, I think you could be a community organizer, like planning like events and things for people in your community, whether that's like with a rec center or with like the city.
I do like events.
She loves events.
Mhm.
You're so good at
And then
them.
you'd get to talk to and meet all these different kinds of people and just go and have fun at all these events.
Oh, I love that.
You should talk to fasts organizing people.
And be their party planner.
Or just
That's
like
like a whole-
adjacent.
yeah.
No, not them specifically, but get in touch with like just know all the things. What do they know? Who do they work with? And then like just network with them
Yeah.
because they have the best part.
They have the best parties.
Okay, so but you get what I'm saying, and then like you could. All right, sorry, go ahead. I don't want to.
Or even, I don't think you would like planning weddings, but I think you could do it.
But I think you'd be good at it.
I could do it and I would be good at it, but dealing with the brides, I don't think I would enjoy.
Okay.
Okay, Chelsea, I think I see you a little bit as a designer. I think you have a great eye for design, not just like clothing and fashion, but also interior design. But I more so see you as a curator.
Ooh.
I like what it
that.
sounds like, but I don't know
Yep.
what that means.
Whether that's curating other people's closets, curating a collection of like, I don't know, whatever you think was the coolest this year. Whether that's a magazine curating its next top choices.
You'd be
Helping
like the
people
goop
find
editor.
their style.
I think that's so good. Like,
This sounds so foreign to me. I'm like, really?
yeah, Goop has their roundup of like the best like health things for the year, or like every month there's like an editor that picks out like what you need to know, what you need to
you
have.
need to
Yeah.
be the person picking for all of
Mhm.
us.
Yep. Tell us what's cool. Tell us what's out. Tell us what's in. Tell us like how to style. Okay, you know what? You have these velvet pants on.
I do have velvet
and give
pants
us
on
like
tonight.
5 different outfits of how to like curate that and for 5 different occasions.
I will do that.
Mhm.
Today's assignment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I love all of these answers.
I love Jessie.
I
Justin,
love you. You guys are
Oh.
wonderful.
oh, you are the smartest person that we know.
Yeah.
I still don't believe that, but thank you.
Wow.
So much to digest.
I know.
I do love eating.
So I think the lesson for everyone listening is that you just need like a third party opinion to get out of your own way to maybe like see what they see, because Jessie like sees us every week, but we're not talking every single day like me and Chelsea. So I think it's good to have like a bird's eye perspective and maybe a little astrological help to guide if you're feeling a little bit lost.
Yeah.
I don't have any more words to say. No, it's true. I look at, like Lindsay said, the gentle guidance of someone that loves you, and it sometimes you get the best perspective from the person that is not the closest, right? So if you have someone like that in your life, you're fortunate enough to be able to tap into one of those resources. It's a great thing. So for that, we are very grateful.
Yeah. If you guys are feeling lost,
Call me.
call Chelsea and she might have some tips for you.
I will curate your way out of that lost feeling.
Oh, there you go. Little clothing pick me up. And I'll organize an event. I'm gonna throw a party in your honor. Yay! So make sure you guys rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. And we will see you next week. Bye.
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 Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.